Hey guys, what's up? What's up, everyone? How are you? Oh wow, look how long my arm looks. Go go gadget arm. Hey, dark eyed, have mercy. Silver cards. Robin, Fresh, Miss Belozy, Beezer, Burke, Devious. I know I seen Devious, but I think the comments are already gone for her. What's up, you guys? Happy Hump Day. Hey, Moonlight. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Albell. How is it, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing okay. Oh, man. Look. I got all my members in here. Hey, y'all. What's up? Hi, Patty. Another wonderful Wednesday in the woods. Okay, Bert. Hey, Punky. I seen you earlier. And Toddy's. I think that's how you say it. Hey, Share Bear. I hope y'all are good today. I should have bought a drink out here. I'm down the rabbit hole with the girl. Me too. Me too, Patty. Not really down a hole, but just since they got like broke up, it's like that to me is super sad. Just 2 more days and I'm off on Saturday. I feel like a schoolgirl. I know that's right, Mimi. Got your weekend coming. Burke, I haven't worked on it anymore, but it looks good. The side that I did looks great. Hey, Linda. So yeah, the side I did looks really good. I haven't went back to get any more cement because they're 50-pound bags, y'all. I mean, that's like carrying half my weight. I don't want to. I looked to see if I can get it delivered on DoorDash so I wouldn't have to carry it. I can't. They wouldn't let me order it on DoorDash. They didn't have a low cement option. Otherwise, I would have had it delivered here, and it would be done by now. I just don't want to have to go to the store and carry more bags, but I'm gonna have to. So yeah, hold on. Hey, roses are red. I'm doing a rib cook-off with my brother this weekend. Oh, lucky. If you live close, I could come be the impartial judge. I would not have a problem with it at all. Okay, I'll bring my own potato salad and stuff for the side. Just let me try the ribs. I'll bring the side stuff myself. Let me see. I thought I had the latest update. Let me see if this is it. Oh, I did. You guys, when I get a chance. Hold on. Let me turn airplane mode on so nobody can call me. When I get a chance, I'm going to post this. This is their family tree. It's their complete family tree. It's quite interesting, you guys. So where it really got mixed up at was some cousins had some kids, and then there were twin boys born to someone in the family. Each twin boy got married and had children with other people. But then two of their children, the fifth of one son's kids and the number 6 of the other identical twin son. I did put some blonde in my hair, dark eyes. And the 6th one of the other identical twin sons, they got together and got married. That is Betty, Larry, Lorraine, and Ray. That's their mom and dad. So they're 2 kids of the identical brothers. So it's definitely interesting when you get to looking at it. They actually had 15 kids, 15 altogether. Yeah, pretty much, Punky. And they were already, like they had already had 2 cousins get together, like the generation before then. But then one of the Whitakers had 2 identical sons, and 2 of their children married each other. So, yeah. Patrick is live now, but pretty quiet. 8.6 watching. I think he's waiting for others to watch. Doesn't shock me. I'm going to have to go back and see it. I wish now that I was where I could share stuff, but I'm not. Now I have Wi-Fi, but I don't have my computer up here yet. So, hey, Fancy. They said they were second cousins once removed. Hey, Misty. So I know that this morning, this is what Eric posted. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to get off social media for a while. I had a source tell me that Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy. Oh, wait, this wasn't it. Hold on. Here it is. I was told while I was on the live that Betty was missing. I was told by the same person just now that she's been found. People, please leave them alone. If I knew what I knew now, I would have never agreed to get involved. But that's life, guys. We live and we learn. I'm looking forward to going back to Georgia and living a normal life, as much as a normal life as I can. I just hate that it turned out this way. I'm not sticking around for the internet debacle. It's out of control. I was facing accusations. I gave you guys everything to show otherwise, which I haven't seen any actual receipts. Do you guys remember when Mark Leda from Soft White Underbelly, when they said that he had took the money? He came out and clearly showed bank transfer. I mean, bank transfer after bank transfer straight into Betty's account. Like that's showing receipts to me. Now, I watched his live last night, and he actually didn't show any receipts. I thought he was going to, show the actual receipts. But what he showed was a piece of paper written in ink pen. Like, I can get a piece of paper and write down that I gave them $3,000 a week for the last 16 years. That's not really a receipt, you know? Receipts and receipts, I guess, are 2 different things. So he goes on to say, I'm not sticking around for the internet debacle. It's out of control. I was facing accusations. I gave you guys everything to show. Otherwise, if it keeps going, there will be no end. Let the TikTokers and people who claim to know the real story that were nowhere around continue to give you some information that was regurgitated off of one of the videos I did for you already. It's been ridiculous, unfortunately. I know, it's kind of just in circles, Moonlight. I think I seen you in there. Weren't you in there last night? There were a few of you that were really good, though. I'll give you that. Whatever that means. Laugh out loud. Maybe one day I'll join you to discuss. Right now, I'm over this. I gave the Whitakers over 2 months of my life, and it's not the first time I've done something like this, and it went south with the people I was trying to help. That's crazy. So you actually went to help someone else and it's went south and you still are trying to go help more people? Because I'm not sure what calling APS what else you thought was going to happen. I mean, I don't know. I think when you call adult protective services, especially knowing that they don't keep their house clean like what other people consider clean, and that they have, all that going on, you had to know what was going to happen. I mean, you had to know. I will never get that time back. And this is the part of it I didn't sign up for. God bless you guys. I can't apologize enough. Didn't cause this. I didn't cause this. And I didn't feel like I owe any more answers than already given. That's crazy. That to me is crazy. Like, you went down there. You've been the one there. You've been the one making them content. You've been the one that have had them on the internet for everybody to watch for the last how many months. And now that you've called them enough, APS came and took them, and now you're just like, well, going back home, just another second time that I've messed something up, and too bad for them. They're going to have to figure it out. Like, what? Hey, TT. Oh, thanks. Hey, Devious. Roses are red. You said it was Patrick. As he's streaming on 2 platforms. And also, did you hear him say, I don't want any money, stop sending money? Well, why wouldn't you turn the monetization off if you didn't want money? Like, at least keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he does have his followers, and I mean, they think that he's done a great thing. I myself, I don't think anyone's gonna take care of them and actually care about them more than Betty did. Exactly, Devious. It's a money from all sides. And my feelings big time about it, because this feeling should have been exactly. Well, and I don't know. Left alone. Hey, Gloria. Does anyone know about Ray, Lorraine, or Timmy? Nope. They're not going to tell anyone anything. They took him to a hospital, which probably then took him. They probably did mental evaluations and physical evaluations. And so they're not going to let none of that out, especially if they stuck them, in a mental facility, because then they're going to, HIPAA. They're not going to let that out. And I didn't understand why everybody's like, can you go get Timmy now? No, they're not going to let Timmy go with him. He's like a guy that they met 8 weeks ago. 8 weeks ago, they're no. Just a stranger. No. The 3 are in the hospital being seen. That's what I know from the talk around town. And she lives close to there. So, hey, Chicky Chick. Oh, that's awesome. He is either nervous or a tweet. Oh. Says he talked to a lawyer today and all 3 are saved. That's awesome. I just hope that they're together, because really, I don't think any of them will make it besides, what's his name? Timmy. I think Timmy could adjust if he was put in, like an assisted living situation and had people work with him and all that. And also, how do you know people in there are going to treat him right? Because let me tell you, people are quick to call the system, but sometimes the system is worse than what you took them out of. Just to keep it 100. So I don't know how good the system is going to do them, but I can't imagine them all, since they've been taken, that they're all stressed out and worried. Even if they're okay in a facility, they're not seeing Betty, which is who they've seen every day. They won't. People will hate their jobs and take it out. And that's what I'm saying. Did you see the live where Betty said that she found out that the teachers at the school were putting Timmy in a closet? Putting Timmy in a closet at school. I seen her say that out of her own mouth. So if the teachers and the people that are so responsible, for taking care of them, they act like that, then what? I mean, is he in another closet? It's ridiculous. People are not going to want to deal with all the problems, that they have. And so they're either going to get pushed to the side. They could get pushed to the side. They could not get treated well in the facility they're in. He ended it already. Roses are red. What did he show? Did he show any real receipts? Or did he just give an update? Because I know he gave a channel receipts of because I guess he had sent Eric $5,000. And then Eric had sent him $1,000 and told him to keep the other $3,000 because apparently Patrick was getting money out of the Whitaker's money and borrowing it till he got paid, I guess. And then he was just putting it back in. I don't understand why either one of them, if it's the Whitaker's money, why are you dipping into it and loaning it to yourself? That doesn't make any sense either. And he said they did that 2 months. He said that Patrick took money out of the Whitaker's money 1 month, and then he put it back, and then he did it again another month. Why is the money being messed with? Betty is staying at Patrick's house. Well, that's good. At least she has someone around her. Because I'll tell you, I don't think any of them are used to being alone. I think they've been there in that house on that porch for generations. For generations. Well, here, we're going to listen to this. We'll listen to it. Thank you, Mike. I'll skip past him, just wait. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to go get a speaker so that you guys can hear this phone, okay? 1 second. Okay. Patrick's daughter is now stepping up and speaking. Oh, I know. I seen that.
I've got somebody else that's trying to join in here, so that's why it's taking a minute.
So this was Patrick's live that just got over. Yes, devious. Patrick, I've watched his family for years. Betty is in charge, but she's also... Yes, Dark Eye, that's so true. So true. I went back and watched the interview that Soft White Underbelly did with BJ's 2 sons, which seemed to be fine. BJ's 2 sons seem to be...
Actually, Brown, we haven't got to talk to Timmy at all.
They don't seem physically or mentally challenged. But he asked them about growing up, and did you know Betty even raised them? Betty raised BJ's kid, and he asked him how the life was living at Betty's growing up, and he told him it was a good life. He said he used to play with his cars in the rocks in front of the porch, and guess where Betty was? On the porch. On the porch. Mark just found out that they were taking. Listen, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm holding out hope that Mark is gonna actually come down there and actually help them now. I really hope he does, and I actually think that he will. I think that he will. I hope that he does. I really hope he does, because he needs to try to help. At least get an attorney where they can get something written in there where they'll be able to see each other, or try to get them placed into the same, if they got to be in assisted living or in homes or something, at least try to get them put in the same place, because I believe they really actually need to see each other. I don't think, besides Timmy, hey cat lady, besides Timmy, the young one, who I think, could actually be separated, maybe, I'm not sure, maybe not from his mom, but at least try to get him in the same place.
Terrence Smith, I don't know. I'm not on their property. It says it's adding you, Ernie.
Can you guys hear it okay? I like the family too, cat lady. They need reunited. They look like this. I know, Mandy. Like,
Thanks, who the hell?
I picture them while they're separated, like actually just sitting there so worried about each other that it's just crazy. And I would hate to think that they stay separated and they're just there their whole life wishing they were back on their porch. Like, they don't live like other people, but they're not used to living like other people. Tragic, next time I go down home, I'm going to videotape and show you my hometown and the poverty. I'm from the bottom of West Virginia, the holler. I want everyone to see how the people live in the mountains. Exactly. Like, it's not our standard is of living is not the same as theirs. They've been literally in that town since the 1880s. And they've been living in the same area since the 1880s. Like, they have an entire family cemetery. They're all there. I mean, a couple dozen of them. That's what I said, Devious. You can tell they've never really had a lot, but they've always had each other. And it's really sad to me that they don't have each other right now. It's crazy. Hey, Jilly. You can't save people that don't need to be saved. This is their way of life. Yes, the state needs to step in and help. No freaking strangers. How would you feel? I know. Well, and the thing with, you got to get rid of BJ, or I'm not going to build you a house type stuff. It's like, would you let someone come to you after 6-8 weeks and tell you that you have to put out your family member that's always causing shit? Because everybody has a family member that's always causing some shit, okay? And you don't just throw him to the wolves. I mean, he's sitting up there trying to get Larry to rebuke his own daughter. That's his daughter. Hey, 3 dots. It's his daughter. You can't try to put, you're not getting a house unless you get rid of your daughter. That's his daughter. That's crazy. Like, no one would come in and let someone they've known for 8 weeks tell them that they have to rebuke their family member. And
there's no answer from the live video guest, Ernie.
Y'all, I forgot we was going over that video. He just scared the out of me. I'm here by myself. Oh my goodness, that just scared me. I thought someone was at this house with me. Okay. All right, y'all. I mean, I may have crapped my own pants right now, okay? I may be raying right now. Hey, Nicola. Yes. Everyone wants to control. It does. It does. Like, it seems like complete control. Hey, Brett. I have a terrible feeling from what I've seen. Patrick has been oh my gosh, Brett. I seen a video about him trying to get her to kiss him a couple nights ago, and I was like, what is going on? Why? Right, FBI? Oh man, that scared me. I forgot I was playing the video, and like, he's waiting for people to get online, and then he just talks out of nowhere. I'm like, what's going on here? All right, let me turn him back on. I guess he spent the first 5 minutes waiting for people to come in. 12. He had 12,000 people watching this live, and it's 16 minutes long. We're almost 6 minutes in. He hasn't said anything yet. Hey, Patrick. Patrick, I haven't got to see. I heard that Patrick has another assistant. It's a female. I haven't seen it.
As of right now,
hey, Kathy, I'm
Kenny,
replaying that right now.
And Ray are in a safe place. I know where they're at, but I can't divulge that.
He said he knows where they are. People are asking if they're together. Does he answer that? Oh my gosh, now Betty. Someone asked if Betty was allowed to see him.
I don't care if people are mean to me. I know the truth. That's all that matters.
He has hardly nobody watching him. Kathy, they said he had 12K people in there. 12,000? What? I haven't watched it. I'm just now listening to it with you guys. Hey, Anita. People are asking me important questions. Are they together? Has Betty got to see him? Like,
Sandra Rogers, I'm assuming that they're doing okay. I've heard that that they're doing all right. But the reason I wanted to get on here this evening is I'm not going to placate into the part of what everybody wants, their little drama game.
who is he talking about? Is he talking about the other people, or is he talking about Eric? Who's the drama with? Black SUV, there isn't a video. We're just playing. Oh, he's live again. This is his first
live.
That
I care about is I care about the Whitakers and trying to get them back together.
Okay, roses are red.
Other than that, I don't care about nothing else.
I'll play that one next.
It's okay for everybody to be negative, because whenever you've had nothing but a solid day of negativity from somebody else, you can only expect that. So keep it going. Right now, I do know that that Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, I know that they're safe.
But are they together? I mean, of course they're safe. If the state came and took them, they're going to put them somewhere that's safe. But are they together?
I know for a fact they're safe. That's a good thing. We are trying to figure out something to do as far as having them a home where they can go back to. They can't go back to their own home because they have no septic system. So it's more or less condemned.
Who called that yesterday? Who called that yesterday? Somebody in my chat called that they were going to condemn that house and try to take the land. He's on a live show on Betty now. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
We're working on something right now. We went today and spoke with a lawyer. So we have to go back and speak to a lawyer on Friday. Yeah, nobody knows the full story. Nobody knows the truth. I'm not going to get into that. This is...
Who else is going to tell the story, the truth? Oh, yeah, Dark-Eyed, I know it's not their land. It's right next to it. Who else is it? Look, after something like that happens, of course, people have been watching this family for years. Hey, Mama Goose. People have been watching this family for years on the internet. Like everyone. Everyone. Sci-Fi Underbelly has millions of views because everyone has watched them. And now you two are the ones there, but nobody's going to explain nothing after they get split up? Come on. Who else is going to explain? You're not explaining. He's not explaining. If you want to keep saying we don't know what's going on, that's because y'all ain't explaining nothing. Y'all were the ones there. I mean, you filmed everything else and put everything else out there. Dude, Ray biting a cheeseburger, put that out there. Ray getting some pizza, put that out there. You know, I mean, you talked about how bad the house was, but you sure sat on that dirty bed to take that video. I mean, it's probably unpopular opinion, but I'm just saying. I'm worried about Ray because sometimes Ray doesn't do what others want, and maybe Mark's unruly. And he could have been right on the couch. I mean, I don't get it. I know that. I know, FBI. He is the one that called Adult Protective Services. But he didn't call just once, from what I understand. From what I understand from watching the videos, he had called to get some help and had these people come tell Betty, no, he's just trying to get you a house, but BJ has to go. But then when he found BJ there, did you see the confrontation? When he asked him about BJ being in the trailer, he was like, somebody's going to jail. Like, somebody's going to jail right now. Like, why do you have to call the cops on him? Why? That's the same thing I said, Devious. Like, all this stuff that, because ever since he stopped getting along with them, he has came out and just dogged them out, you know? Ray's sitting around in his own bodily fluids in the house, and there's poop on the walls, and like all this stuff. Well, all that was there 2 months ago. Why you didn't report it when you got there? Huh? Or instead of giving Patrick $4,000, maybe pay someone $1,000 to come in there and wash the walls and clean the house. $1,000 would have hired a cleaning crew. But even if it was so messed up that it cost you $4,000 to get it clean. I mean, you gave $4,000 to Patrick for drywall, so why not give it to a cleaning crew to actually benefit the Whitakers? Because, you know, had he had done something like that when Adult Protective Services came up, they couldn't have messed that house up that bad in a couple weeks. It wouldn't have looked like it does now. They have 7 platforms. Does that shock any of you? Does it shock? Because
not a conversation about.
They're on YouTube. I counted 10 million views on YouTube. 10 million. And the page has only been monetized a couple months. 10 million views. Now, I don't know what you get paid for millions of views because I don't have millions of views. If I did, I'd tell you. But I know it's a lot. Crazy. It's a lot. You could have had their house cleaned. I don't know what it would pay, but that's just on YouTube alone. They said they were trying to get supplies for Patrick Tess and the Whitakers. Okay, so they're coming. They're using the Whitakers for all of the content. And you're giving up money to fix his house before their house. The house is not fixable. It would have to, yeah, exactly. It would. I saw the text where Eric was saying there was 76K in their YouTube account. That's crazy. 76K? Go buy them a new double wide. Pull that thing up wherever you want to put it, okay? Because when it comes down to it, if you go take them a new house out there, no matter where you sit it on the property, they're going to come. Easy. It would have been done over with. They have a house. Super easy. And then I don't get the whole is, like working so hard making content. Ray, you like that cheeseburger? You like cheeseburgers, Ray? Yeah, I just cooked him some cheeseburgers. Stop. Upload. Like, how hard is that? How hard is it to take a short video and upload it? Or do an interview? I just don't. Come on. Oh, you sent it this afternoon? The authorities must step in now. Please remove Betty from the hands. Yeah. Seriously. Really, I wish the state, from where it's at now, just go pick them all up and find them a place. Find them a place. They are, Shelby. Hey, Sweet Bomb. I think so, too. And they said that he just found out about it. Devious, where did you see that Mark just found out about it? Because I thought maybe he had knew already, and I wanted to see. I do. I really want to see what Mark has to say. I really actually hope he'll come try to help them somehow. Because I think they need a really good attorney. Part-time diver? I hope not. I really hope not. I don't know where you got that or who you are to get that info, but I really hope that they're not going to 3 different states. That would be horrible. On his Facebook, let me look.
Who's better, me or Eric?
Oh wait, let's
not
finish
playing that.
this.
And this is you're not going to get that out of me. The only thing that we care about right now is getting the family back together. We don't care.
Well, maybe Patrick, but that post that I just read from Eric, he said he's going home. He's done. He's done. It's not the first time something has went south. And that's it. He's going home. Oh, good, a real attorney who's, well, you know, the attorney always makes a lot of money off of that. It's too bad one of them wouldn't do it just, you know, because the right thing. But
about nothing else. So Carla Murphy, it's my house.
oh, that's
And
sad.
if Larry wants to come to my house, he can come to my house. It's just the way it is. You know, a lot of people out here, I think we've all missed the real picture here. You know, we spent more time trying to keep DJ away from the home and worried about getting her put in jail more time that we have been trying to get her Whitaker's home.
I know recently it seems like they were concentrated on way more BJ than getting the Whitakers a home. That's what I said. Mark is the only one who can straighten this stuff out. I wonder if he will. And someone jumped all over me for saying that on another channel. Well, you know what? I think he can. Just because he has a more solid head. Hey, Logan. Welcome, Rosie. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. I think he has a more level head as far as, because I really think that Eric just got mad that he wasn't winning about the BJ stuff, because they went down to adult services 3 times before they would give him a restraining order against BJ. So what was said the first time, and then the second time, and then what was said the third time that actually made him act? Because it's like you had to go tell him something different or keep adding to it until they acted on it. Because otherwise, why would you go down there 3 times? Most people report something once. Logan, me too, just because I'm used to watching them, and they've had a bunch of people go up there before. And they've had multiple people go up there and film them. This has never happened. Never happened. I feel sad that they're apart. Which I know, no one should live like that. Should not be like that. But that is how they live. It's how they've lived for generations. I mean, it's people live different lives in different places, in different areas. They're up in the mountains. I mean, they have family members that grow up and they leave. They go different places. Patrick released DMs that show Eric is getting $80K in revenue from YouTube videos. Why is he getting the Amish to donate a house? That is crazy, girl next door. That's crazy. 80K? And all he keeps talking about is how they need to make this account for the Whitakers, and it's $5,000. $5,000? Are you freaking kidding me? Did you guys hear how they said that between him and Patrick?
Here we are, and I think that if we'd have went a different route.
Between him and Patrick, they had a plan for some corporate investors to come in there. Bathtub Mary, Eric, I guess, was a YouTuber before, and he's there because Patrick asked him to come help. Patrick grew up there. I guess he went to school with Timmy for a year, like in elementary school, and then he moved, went out of state, went somewhere, and then he came back, and he was covering the Whitakers, and then he got a hold of Eric and told Eric to come help him cover the Whitakers, and that's how he got involved. Hey, Ann. $80K. He'll get it on September 21st or 22nd, and then he's talking about money spent on clothes. What, on Walmart clothes? Walmart clothes? Pizzas?
Route besides worrying about making sure somebody wasn't in that house we'd probably see a different result here. They don't bother me, Sarah Jennings, at all. You know, it's my mom told me a couple of days ago. She said, if you're right, and God knows you're right, then you're right. So anybody that's on here, if you want to throw rocks at a glass house, keep throwing them. Who cares? You're right, Patricia Harris. The family is the major.
And that's another thing. When Mark did his video and he let out the receipts of where he sent Betty's bank account each dollar out of the account, he said that he paid the taxes because he wasn't going to wait for the Whitakers to pay the taxes, because if he did, he said he'd probably be in trouble with the IRS. So he prepaid the taxes and gave them what was left over. Are these guys doing that? I mean, hold on. Okay, there we go. I had to catch up. Like, I wonder if they're doing that. That's a lot of money. And listen, it's 37%. So if he's getting an 80K check, the taxes on that are 37%. So that's about $26,000. At this point, I believe me either. Me either. Well, see, and I always wondered, because he had people give him money to get his Airbnb, but then he was able to just pay for Patrick's, right? He could just pay for his. And I didn't understand that, because he said that he showed up from Georgia with $100. Devious, that the Whitaker family page is Eric's page. So Eric's getting it, I guess. I know. After all these years. So crazy. And then you're just going to take off like I'm out of here? I bet you are. Fat bags. He's like, go get the money and run. I can't remember what channel it was on, but there was I believe it was YouTube, and there's a creator that was like, last week he did like a video on this, and he called this exact thing. I know, you see that? Just up out of there. Mark cannot do anything because adult services are involved. There is nothing he can do now. He has no money for them because he gave it to him. Damn. Wow.
Your point of interest, and we didn't have that interest. So I'm going to take some fault in that failure. You know, before all this happened, Timmy was having a good time and going fishing and riding the sea-doo and, you know, just laughing at life. Going in, eating a sandwich with 15 pieces of bologna on it. But
15 pieces of bologna?
It's kind of turned into a...
Dang, Timmy, you must got that good strong stomach. Got a strong stomach for 18 pieces of bologna. The $100 was from the first time Eric came. Okay. I think Betty and Larry were greedy for the money and the limelight, which has backfired on them. Yeah, I think that has something to do with it too. I mean, because if they wouldn't have been calling for money every few weeks from Mark, then they probably would have had a house by now. He gave them 150K. The house they wanted next door, there's a property next door, it was 200K. So had they not been calling him to get, and then they weren't calling for little sums either. They were calling for 3,000, 7,000, 5,000. There was one of them for 14,000. Why would you need to call him and get $14,000 at one time? But like he said, it wasn't his money, it was their money. But they would have had their house. They would have had the house next door. I just want to know why Eric wouldn't double check court if BJ was so important. Or why didn't he read the paper? He said he looked down and it said like the 9th or 10th or something. Why didn't you just read it? You don't think, Mark? See, I was just hoping. Eric needs to show us that. Well, see, and that's what I thought we were getting last night. He's like, I'm going to come on here. I have everything to back it up. I have receipts. If you show the receipts in your billfold, like show the actual receipts. Yeah, I know the land their house is on, they don't own. I seen that. But when they were, when Mark was going to see him from Soft White Underbelly, they had mentioned it, some house that was down the road. But he said they wanted 200,000 for it. But he raised 150, which they slowly borrowed back. You know, they were almost there. Let's finish this.
Kind of turned into a show, and
I know, and that's really sad, Logan. It's really sad that they might not be able to see each other again. If they all get separated, Timmy, Lorraine, Ray, none of them drive. Betty, none of them drive, so how are they going to even go visit each other? It's crazy. He said Betty went to the courthouse 3 different days, so Eric wasn't communicating with anyone to know she'd be up in the courthouse. Doesn't make sense. I know. Well, and they also went to APS. They went down there to get the restraining order 3 days in a row. The first 2 days they went, they wouldn't act on it. So the story had to be changing each day they went until they finally said something that made them act. Nicola, I heard that Betty is at Patrick's right now. That's what I just heard. But Patrick's went live a couple times. I'm playing the first one right now. The second one, I'm not sure what he said yet on. The land they build on is in family members. Oh, past family members. They can build on it. Can they build on it? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because I also seen that, like, the family who the 18 acres or 17.6 acres, the name that it's in is a family member that never got changed out. I agree, Cindy. I think Timmy is smart, and I think although he can't communicate out like normal, I believe he could be fully functioning. I believe that Timmy could work a little job. You know, they have jobs that people work. I mean, I think he could function. I think Timmy can.
Katie Moore Whitaker don't have nothing. Nothing. Y'all people don't know what's what. Just like I said, we're not going to get in this conversation, but I can tell everybody on here, I have control over one platform, and that's my Facebook platform. The other platforms, I don't have control over them, nor do I have control over the money that goes on them.
So Patrick just said the only platform that he gets paid off of is Facebook. He said all the other platforms he doesn't have control of and he doesn't get paid from. Yeah, he did. He did graduate. The whole family gets Social Security disability. That would be 1,000 combined each month. Where does it all go? I have no idea. I have no idea. M. Cook, we're listening to Patrick's live that he did a little while ago. Hey, Adventures with Dan. Let me see. And Soft White Underbelly video. Lorraine clearly repeats multiple times, Bobby hit me, and kept pointing to her chest. Bobby is BJ. Oh. I thought BJ's name was Betty. It's Bobby? I thought the B in BJ stood for Betty. I've seen that somewhere. Hey, Marty. I agree. Well, at least investigate it and to make sure the money went where it's supposed to, you know. But he said he's open to it. He said bring the investigation on. So I mean, hey KJ. The whole situation is wrong. People need to leave them alone. They did nothing wrong. People now in age. I mean, that's what I think, but that's just me. Is this playing? Let's finish this.
So you need to talk to somebody else about that. Sorry, I spit for those that get grossed out by that. Yep, Timmy was living his best life, and that changed. And I have a video that I'll put on here a little bit later of Timmy running up the road in his socks, screaming that they're taking his mother. So.
Oh my gosh! Who wants to see that? Who wants to see that? He's going to put out a video later of Timmy running up the road in his socks, crying out for Lorraine. Come on, man. Yeah, Adventures with Dan. I could totally see that happening. Her getting money from them because she was taking some of the Soft White Underbelly money too. Eric said he had to get a Social Security card, implying Ray had no legal records before he got involved. That's 100% lie. Ray has had Social Security for decades. I believe that. I don't think they went without their birth certificates and all that. They may have lost them, but I don't think they've never had them. How would you apply and get benefits without them? I don't think you can. He spits but says he couldn't trash a condo. So what's he saying? That Eric trashed it? BJ's name is Bobby Joe. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who was talking. They said BJ's name is Betty too. I was like, that's weird. But I did see where there was a couple more Bettys in the cemetery, on their family cemetery. So I don't think Patrick is a good person, but out of Eric and Patrick, Eric is walking on. Yeah, that's true. He is. Yeah, this is crazy. See you later, the Royal Prince. Saying he spit tobacco everywhere. Why would you do that? FBI, I doubt it. because they're in state care. They're not going to let any of the information out. So I don't think there's anything anyone can do right now. I think the damage has already been done, and I just hope in the future that they'll be able to see each other on a regular basis because I think they need each other. When they've been out there at that house just hanging on the porch for decades and decades, it's like when two people stay married for 50, 60 years and then one of them passes and then,
That's
the
not
other
good.
one passes.
We'll also address the little drug problem while I'm sitting in here. Everybody says that I have a drug problem. Anybody that knows me personally, that'd laugh in your face. And yeah, I got my leg broke, but I still have.
Hey, KJ.
Would you look at that? Look at that. Can you people see that? I didn't get that filled. Look, make sure you look real good. Okay.
Okay, so I think he just showed a prescription for pain meds and said he didn't get it filled. But let me put my airplane mode on. Oh, it might not play.
That I have a drug problem. Anybody that knows me personally, that'd laugh in your face. And yeah, I got my leg broke, but I still have. Would you look at that? Look at that. Can you people see that? I didn't get that filled. Look, make sure you look real good. Okay. So I don't need rehab. I don't have a drug problem.
Well, see, that didn't make sense to me. Listen, that did not make sense to me. Can y'all tell me? Tries looking harder, McCook. Listen, can y'all tell me what person that has an addiction to pills leaves them on the floor? Seriously, someone tell me. Tell me what addict leaves their drug of choice just sitting on a floor and bounces out without it. None of them. None of them. Exactly, Rozzy. Why would they be all over the place? I pulled Patrick's arrest record, and he's a convicted felon and recently pled guilty to stalking and sexual charges for distributing. Oh my gosh. I did hear that. I mean, I didn't know exactly what it was about, but yeah, there is none. There is no addict that's about to leave their rug of choice on the rug. You wouldn't. None of them would. Zero. Maybe 1 out of 100. It's probably because they too buzzed and don't realize they're down there. But nobody's just going to put a bunch of them on the floor and leave. Right, Adventures with Dan. They could be vitamins. They could be Tylenol. Like, a bottle could have fell off the counter. But it's definitely not going to be their substance of choice, and they just left them there. Nope, you cannot ever get me to believe that.
Not violent. I'm not a criminal. Think whatever you want.
0 out of infinity, right.
Josh, Ernest, let me ask you a question. You tell me how in the hell that I can ransack an Airbnb with a broken leg, just getting out of the hospital, and I sat either in the bed or in the chair. So unless I'm getting woke up in the middle of the night because God gave me a third leg, you might want to think about that.
KJ. KJ, I can't say anything because listen, I know a rack smoker that's really hefty, and she's been smoking that stuff. She's been smoking that stuff for 20 years. She has not lost a pound. I've never been able to figure out how it happened, but it's true.
No, I know I don't have to explain. I don't care. I don't care if people call state police. I don't care who you call. My shit adds up. That's all I'm going to say. But I just wanted to get on here and let everyone know that we are working towards bringing the family back home and bringing.
Who in here thinks that's going to happen? Because they're not going to let him move back in that house. It's never going to pass any kind of anything. It's not.
And back together, and hopefully everybody can have a good evening and stay off drugs and, you know, not be a criminal and all that kind of stuff.
What an odd comment.
Care.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know, Sutton. She's the only one I've seen do it, though. Personally, me, myself, that I've seen. Be able to keep her weight on her. Hey, Instant Karma. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to take my picture off for a second. I think that was, let me get the link to the second video. Yeah, I do believe the house does need to be torn down. I just hate that they don't have another option. Like Kenny, he has that little shed house right next door. I think the right thing to do would be for the county to do for these people is help build them. Adventures with Dan, me as well. Hey, Possum Wrangler. Let me get this second link. We'll listen to the other video he did. And this is the second time he went live today. Kenny moved up the road, apparently. Really? You know what? A whole lot of that road must belong to their family. Because it just seems like they move wherever they want on that road. But I feel like it probably would all be old family land, you know? Pat will collect money saying Betty lives with him and they're going to fix his house. Then when he has the money, he will move. Oh my gosh. Like, everyone needs to leave them alone. Stop making content out of them right now. Jeez. I mean, has there not been enough done? Unless someone's going to come in and actually try to fix this, which I don't think they'll be able to fix it, not even with a new house. I think if they build a new house on their land and made everything brand new and gave them each a bedroom, I still don't think they'd give all three of them back to Betty because she's 80 years old. Exactly. It's been unlivable. That's what they're used to. I get that. To most people, what they see is appalling, but to Hill people who have practically nothing but family always come before everything, even when they have done wrong. That's it. Exactly, Possum Wrangler. Exactly. There are trusted charity groups that exist who are trusted to handle money donation for purpose. Exactly. If they can just get a lawyer just to get them where they'll be able to have access to each other, you know, or at least be able to be around each other. Who is taking their SI? I don't know who gets their checks. I don't. Now, I've seen them say something about they do get checks and said they weren't going to discuss that, but I'm shocked on how much they knew. Okay, so they've been They've been there for 2 months, and in that 2 months, they found some corporation that was willing to invest in them and build a house. They found the Amish to build them a house. They staked out all their property lines. They know what accounts they get. They know what checks they get. They're going to make some sort of bank account for them. That just seems like a lot of digging into their business to me. I mean, that's just me personally. I feel like y'all dug into everything. And why would you need to? I'm worried this is going to kill Betty and likely the other three. People don't realize the heartbreak can kill. Exactly. That's what I said, Possum Wrangler. Like people that are married for decades, these people have been together for decades. Beezer, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, my friend. Eric's so busy in the LLC registered so he could get the money. He didn't bother to help Betty get the PO against BJ. I mean, if that was so important, I mean, he acted like that was the most important thing. Like, I can't believe you have her up. I can't believe you have your family member here again. Now, you know one of you got to go to jail because I'm going to have to call him. No, you don't actually have to call him. You don't. Actually, people act like Lorraine is nonverbal, but she says quite a bit. Just don't listen. I feel terrible for her. Yeah. Well, she definitely, listen, I watched a video this morning when they were at the family cemetery, and Betty got too far away from her, and Lorraine clearly said, Betty, come here. I mean, I heard it. She said, Betty, come here. And guess what? Betty went right back for her sister. She went right back forward. Betty promised her parents that she would never get married and that she would take care of her siblings, and that's what she's done. Who said something about blocking? I don't block anyone unless you're just being, extra, or just disrespectful AF. I don't block anyone. I'm willing to hear out anyone's side or view on it as long as you're respectful, because we're respectful in here. We are, really. Sorry, I had to grab my coffee, you guys. My Starbucks. You know what's sad is there's so many other families just like the Whitakers that have been undiscovered. Yeah. But I don't think anyone should discover them by making them content. Everyone kept asking why no one reported them for the poor conditions. I know. Well, this is why. Look what happened when someone did. This is why. No one said the Amish were paying. No, I'm talking about, so they weren't bringing the wood or nothing? They were just building the house? Well, he kept saying that the Amish said they were going to build him a house free. So I assume they were bringing the materials too. He never specified if it was just their labor or if it was labor and materials. Hey, Becca Lynn. Oh, I talked to you earlier, didn't I? Yeah, this is crazy. I feel for Betty. I know the whole Mark, Betty, Larry money thing because of BJ. I know. BJ and her BJ and her addiction has really caused a lot of problems. Free as in labor. Okay, I got you. A lot of people feel that Kenny is Timmy's father. Well, I don't know. I have no idea. There is I will tell you, I have a chart of their family tree, and it does not say who Timmy's father is. It says that Timmy was born because of an assault on Lorraine. That's what it says. And yesterday, I heard, I seen someone else putting a name in there, and it wasn't him, but I can't remember the name. I should have took a screenshot. Hey, Ghostface. Well, thank you. The Amish was providing materials too. See, it's so hard to get the right answer, but listen, to get the right answer, they have to tell it, and they don't want to tell. They don't want to explain. Like, I feel like true heart. I know. I feel so bad for them. I do. Hey, hissing feral cat. DNA test could answer. Exactly. But then he's 46, so, you know. The thing is, they have to want BJ gone, and she's family, and there won't come a time when they won't let her back. I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and listen, that's what I watched a show that follows just all they do is family trees. And that's what they said too. So I believe that. That's crazy. Dark Eyed, thank you for the super sticker. Exactly, and that's why Lorraine is nonverbal. That is so sad. That is so entirely sad. Chocolate milkshakes sound good, Misty. When Eric did his live last night, I asked about how Timmy was in chat and was timed out. Many of us were. Yeah, why would he time that out? Just say, no, you haven't. Moonlight, I agree. He is. He is vague in what he says. He doesn't get straight to the point. My thing is, they're obviously all they've ever had is family. So for you to get them to shun one of their family members, I don't think is going to happen. I mean, they literally had kids with each other, and it didn't happen. You know, just keeping it 100. All right, Royal Prince. They should get a DNA test done on Timmy. I'm sure a lot more abuse would be surfacing. Well, yeah, that's true. For that reason, yeah. Patrick said tonight that the three of them were safe, but he didn't confirm if they were together. I don't think they would be. Did you know that Eric applied for the restraining order twice and was denied because there was no evidence? That's what I said, Possum. He said he had to go there 3 times. So what changed between the first time and what you reported? And then the second time and what you reported that didn't work? And then what did you say the third time? And then that's just when they got the restraining order. When he found BJ there, from my understanding, he called him again. Okay, he ended it? All right. I'll start it then. There we go. He added violence the third time. And see, and I think that's how he got it. But if that's how you got it, that's not right. That you had to keep, I mean, it's the truth is the truth is the truth. So why wasn't it reported the first time? Eric is wild to think Betty will listen to him. I don't know. I don't know. But I guess the day that she was supposed to be going somewhere with him, they told him she heard that you were on Facebook talking about getting Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine taken away from her, and she went to go see what it said. Did you guys see that? Betty had left because someone was going to show her where I guess he was saying on Facebook a week ago or more that he was going to get those 3 took. And then look what happened. Those 3 were took. Because I guess the first time that Adult Protective Services pulled up, the first thing she said to him was, what, you're going to take them from me? Does anyone know for sure that they have municipal water? Seems like they'd have a well there. I'm not sure. I know that they had running water, but they didn't. They had their water going, or their sewage going straight into the creek behind. But I know they had water.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something there, Jennifer Searfass.
Oh, Brendan. You talking about Brendan? Okay, so BJ's son took her to go listen, apparently, to where he had said that he was going to get them taken away. Now, I haven't seen a video like that, but apparently there was one if he came and got her and took her to go see it. But I don't know. Yeah, I know. Exactly, Becca Lynn. They knew that she came back because he called. He's like, you know someone has to go to jail now, right? Well, no, they don't. If you don't call, they don't. Eric also demanded that they go and get new Social Security card and birth certificates that he had possession of. What? See, just all that. The corporate investor going to the Amish, like asking them about their birth certificates, going out and chalking out the property line. It just seemed like they dug in way further than they ever needed to. I mean, he could have just got the money together for a house or got someone together for the house. They would have went and staked out the property. Like, you just doing too damn much. You doing too much. Now, you are all up in their business. Like a tampon inserted up in the business. Just saying. Damn. Up in the business. He implied he had to organize getting them papers, but all he did was get some copies. They've all had Social Security disability. Exactly. My thing is, you've been there for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. You done dug out my property line. You done asking what my income is. You want imagine someone coming to you. They're going to use your family for content, but they need to see your birth certificates, your IDs, your Social Security cards. What income do you have in a month? Where your property is. They got some strange corporate investors that seem to want to be involved. And then they got the Amish that want to be involved. Like, hell, and then they want you to kick your family member out on top of it. I mean, I understand you can't be letting people get beat on, but let me tell you, I done had all kinds of stuff happen to me when I was young, as far as my cousins or my older brothers and sisters. That's what family does. Sometimes they get into it and they just be, getting into it. Now I heard that BJ threw a shoe. BJ threw a shoe at Timmy one time. Man, I had a sister that used to sit out back in our backyard with a damn BB gun, man. It was like you had to stop, drop, and roll through the yard or she'd shoot your ass with it when I was young, okay? Not sure I believe the corporate investor. I know, but why was it even said? Why was that even, like, were you out searching for that? Like, why were you doing all that? I'm probably going to get yelled at for this, but Eric is a preacher's son. Preachers beg and ask for money for this and that. Looks like you're rubbed off. Well, you know what? Everyone can have their opinion here, and, not going to get jumped on. Because we can have two totally different opinions here. If he asked Timmy if he got hit, he would say yes, and Ray would bark, and Lorraine would point to her head. If you ask them if it's raining Lucky Charms, their answer will be the same. And that, I don't understand. Because when he first got there, she was pointing at her head, or he said, I see the sweat on your head, and she was like pointing at her head. So she was pointing at her head for sweat. Then they said it was a bee sting. Then they said it was because someone hit her. And the whole time you can't understand her at all. Like, you have to look at Betty to ask her what she said, because you don't go in there just understanding those languages just right off the top. You just can't. It's impossible. There was a time when a niece was using money for rugs, and they pretended one of them was dead. Yes, it was actually BJ. BJ called Soft White Underbelly and told him that her dad passed so that they could get money. And then Mark told him, I'm not giving you any money until I talk to Betty. And then Betty got on there and said, yeah, he passed. So, I mean, listen, not everything has been on the up and up. I understood Lorraine. I understand her sometimes. Now, she clearly said, Betty, come here. When Betty went too far from her in the cemetery. You can go back and watch it. She clearly says, Betty, come here. My mom makes me roll on a yoga ball on my belly button. Mark understood why Betty lied, though. He got that she was choosing Ken. Exactly. And listen, you remember, Betty has given up her entire life. She's 80 years old. So this is what I got. When her mom was in her 40s, when Betty and them's mom was in her 40s, she got some health problems. And that's when Betty took over. So for her mom only to be in her 40s, and Betty was one of her last kids. So you got to think Betty had to be a teenager when she started stepping up for the family. Because her mom got sick at 44 years old. And that's when Betty started taking care of her siblings. So she's been taking care of them for 60 some years. Hey, Charlie's mom. The Whitakers were only getting the donations given, not the YouTube views. That was going in, Eric. Wow. And there's millions of those. Millions of views. Mark understood that's why he's walked away, no trust. Exactly. And listen, they had a real one on their side with Mark. They did. Barbara was the caretaker for Betty. Oh, I seen a picture of Barbara. This morning. She looked just like them. I love the Whitaker family, especially Lorraine and Ray. I know. And listen, their disabilities that they had and them being so different and them living how they lived, I think is what attracted everyone to them. Like, when you see people like that, you want to defend them, you know? Or you at least like them. I mean, I actually liked them. I was like, okay, they're the country bumpkins from the mountains, and this is how they live, and that's okay, you know? They all seem nice to each other, you know? Hey, Levon. And Mark hurt for them. It was very emotional I bet it was. Because he had been going out there. Did you guys know that he took the first pictures of the Whitakers in 2001? His videos of the Whitakers just got popular like 8-9 years ago, but he had went there and took some pictures of them. He's known them since 2001. Hey, Granny E. When he first met them, there was still like 3 or 4 other siblings alive. Oh, 2004 was it? Okay. 2004. I know he said he started writing and doing these things in 1999. I thought he said it was 2001. Y'all, let me stop talking and play this. He's just not talking. Come on.
Hey, Betty. Come out here and sit down, Betty. Come here, Betty.
Why still
waiting on
put
Betty to
him
get
on
out
tape?
here.
Let me read some of the comments since he isn't talking. How's Betty? What about Timmy? Are they together? Can you tell us how they are? We love you, Betty.
Don't worry about that. Let me try. All right, don't worry about it. It's in here.
Following and concerned about Lorraine, Timmy, and Ray.
So I brought Betty in here today.
Has Betty at least been able to talk to her siblings? Hi, Teresa. I pray come. I'm telling you, I feel so bad for them because all they had was each other. It just really makes me sad.
So she can talk to everybody. Kind of let everybody know what's going on.
She looks so stressed, you guys. This is sad. Look at her. She can't even talk. I'm taking her off of here. I feel bad. I'm so sad for her. No, M. Cook, she can talk. She can talk fine. She's broken. Look. Like, she is broken. Oh, I hate this.
Deborah, no, we wasn't allowed to see Timmy, Lorraine, or Ray. Michelle Mullins, can you hear us?
I'm taking her off. We'll listen to it, but I can't. I feel so bad for her. Listen, she promised her mother this, and she has lost her siblings. She promised her mother this, and has followed through with it for 80 years. I agree, Nip. Maybe they can get them all. That's what I'm praying for. At this point, I think that's the best that anybody can hope for, is that they can get them into some facility or into a house that has people that come by and help them or somehow watches them. But I hope they're all together.
They love you, Betty. I love you.
I hope they can all be together. Rhonda, maybe, but that's her family member. And up there, that's all they have is family. And not only that, she's made serious promises to look out for her family. So it's hard. Like, I have people in my family that do bad shit, but I just don't kick them out of the family. I mean, I'm not going
How you feeling right
to
now,
trust
Daddy?
them around the purse or nothing, you know, but
Worrying a bit.
yeah, they both have heart problems, Moonlight. Betty and Lorraine have both had strokes and heart attacks.
So the audience is kind of they're kind of interested in wanting to know why I took money from you guys.
You took no money from us. That was yours.
Well, I mean, they're curious. They seem to think that I took money from you. So
No, Packer didn't take no money from us. Harold, you got all the money. He has.
I'm kind of curious about something. Whenever you went up,
I guess Patrick is claiming that there's seven different platforms or pages that they have, but he only has one on Facebook. He said the rest of them all go to Eric, which I guess he says on this live, so I guess we'll hear it. Maybe someone will donate them a house somewhere else at the yes. Man, I hope so. I hope so.
Whenever you and Eric went over there to get that protective order that day, and you come back home, did you have a copy of that protective order in order for you to know that you were supposed to be going to court on the 4th?
No, he didn't give me no copy of it. He kept it.
Did y'all hear that? Betty said that when they went to court and got the court date, the piece of paper with the court date, that he never gave it to Betty. That he kept it. But then he didn't keep a hold of the court date. You missed the court date. She said you have all the money. No, she said that they didn't take no money and that Eric has all the money. That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's how come I didn't want I took him out 3 days because I didn't have an order.
Yeah, well, we need to get that straightened up. That seems to be an issue. No, I'm not mad at anybody. I just, the truth comes out. It comes out on anybody. So I'm not worried about it. No, she doesn't know just what you tell her. She knows what's going on. She's very aware. You're right, Larry Woods. It was. That's exactly how it was. That's how it's supposed to be on all 7 platforms. But I only control one platform, which is my own, and the Whitakers got paid from that platform, but it went into Eric's pocket. So
7 platforms, and you have over 10 million views on YouTube alone, and you're on 7 platforms, bro. That is so much money. Oh my gosh, that is so much money. Stop it. And all they had was $5,000 to put in a trust for them? Are you kidding me?
that's where we're going to go with that.
Whoa.
There's proof to show that too.
Bring that out. I mean, it's super easy.
And your point, Chess Garcia?
Exactly. Nicola, I believe that.
Nobody's been able to see Timmy, Lorraine. Nobody.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I took all that money for my house. That's why my house looks the way it does, right? And then we have everybody say, Eric said I was a sex offender. Look at my record, people. Go find it. Show it to me.
This is crazy.
It's hard to trash a condo whenever you can't walk. Anyways, I mean, I guess that's good for the evening. Tomorrow I'll have somebody else on here, and we'll have another conversation. But it won't be a conversation about Eric or bashing or anything like that. We'll just leave it at that.
I asked last night if it's not all about the money, why wasn't the super exactly and the super chats? Well, they kept saying too. He said don't send him any donations. He doesn't want any money. Well, then why did he turn his monetization on for the live? When you just turn it out, just turn it down. I think Betty's thinking, I think Betty's thinking like they didn't take money from us, like literally take money from us. But she doesn't realize the money can come in the form of all these views and everything that was. Oh man. And so today he posted, this is Patrick posting. I got a lot of people got blocked for asking simple questions last night in the Whitaker channel. Patrick posted 5 hours ago. Today has been a productive day for a change, and I'm grateful for the progress we've made. I know many of you have been eager for updates on the Whitaker family, and I apologize for my absence on social media lately. Rather than engaging with speculation and misinformation, I've been focused on what's most important, reuniting the family. I want to assure you that Eric and I will resolve our differences. You'll hear the other side soon, and I'll be transparent about anything you want to know. But first, we need to prioritize the Whitaker family's well-being. You've heard one side of the story so far, and while there's more to share, it's not a priority right now. I'm sure you're all wondering about Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, and I understand the concern. Unfortunately, getting accurate information has been challenging, but I'm committed to keeping you updated. Tonight, I'll be going live at 7 to share with you what I know so far, and what he came on and said was, I know that they're safe, which ain't much. Having Betty stay with me is comforting to know she feels safe due to the threat she is now getting. Who is threatening her? I wonder who is threatening her. I would hope nobody's threatening Betty. What would they be threatening Betty for? And who would be threatening Betty? She didn't call APS. I'm also very concerned with the Whitakers owing taxes on all these donuts. Has anyone set aside money for them? Are they just going to... I don't think they're going to get any money. I don't believe they are going to get a dime of this damn money. And I will be shocked if they do. And if they do, I think it's going to be the little $5,000 that apparently was their portion. I mean, they must have been making pennies on the dollar to only have $5,000 in there when, you know, why wouldn't you double that? They do, but it's too late now. I mean, it's too late now. Freaking, I guess Patrick has a channel on Facebook, and the other 6 platforms that they're on are Eric's. They're on 7 platforms total. And I know on YouTube there's like 10 million views. I hate that they are separated. Watch videos on them since soft white underbelly everywhere, just worried about making money off of them. Yes, exactly. Kentucky hillbilly. And I think a whole lot of people feel like that right now. But even the people who have went up there just to make money off of them, this has never happened. But you've never had another one of them that went up there, Mark, the guy that went up there after them, the ones that just stop by one time or drive by just to get a video. Like, you've had all them people up there and multiple documentaries done on them. No one's ever called APS. That's why. That's why it ended up like it did. You had to know when you called APS on them and the way that they were living that that is exactly what was going to happen. But it was so concentrated on getting BJ out of there because they wanted him out of there that the collateral damages the rest of them. Honestly, I don't think they're going to be any better off than they were right there with Betty. I don't. I mean, they might have a better, cleaner house. They're just going to be there stressed out about each other the entire time, though. Nicola, Eric called. Eric called him more than once. Yeah, APS. Sorry. What did I say? CPS? I'm so used to people calling them on children. I'm not used to people calling them on adults. All nursing facilities are short staffed. Many have abuse and neglect. Only changes if different people versus their own family. I know. I think that's true with a lot of kids too. I see a lot of kids get taken from their family, and then even worse stuff happens when they go into the when they go into the system. I just got my whole iPad down, you guys. Yes, they did. They condemned the home, so it's done. Nip, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Their house isn't right. You got an 80-year-old taking care of 3, 4 disabled people, doing the best she can. You know their house isn't okay. Not all nursing facilities are bad. There are good ones, caring staff, certainly cleaner than their house. Plus, doctors rotate at many of them. Yeah, that's true. There is some good ones. Hey, wishful thinking. I know, Jerry. I'm worried about Ray too because he can't say what he wants to, and even his family says that he's like known to just go off, you know. So, and he does that in a medical setting. He's getting medicated. They're gonna medicate him and lay him right down. I am so worried about Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine. I said, so sad. Think of them all the time. They came a long way, and now this. I know. I know. You know, I don't cover the Whitakers, but I watch the Whitakers, and it really does. It really upsets me that they're split apart because that's all they had was each other. I mean, everything that was complained about, Ray using the bathroom on himself, you know, there's excrement on the floor and the dogs using it. All that stuff was the same for months. You were there for 2 months and you didn't report that. So if it was such a worry, it would have been reported when you got there, not 2 months later. Yes, they do. They have to be terrified. They're not used to this. Drama pulls a lot of views. 15 days until BJ has to be out. Are we being? Well, I personally think, yeah. I mean, right? I mean, come on, white fungus growing out of the bed, couch floor. He did nothing about it, right? And he also said he couldn't stay in there but a couple minutes. But you were in there sitting on that dirty bed of Ray's. I mean, those sheets were used to be off white and were dark browning, okay? But you sat right up there and gave him some pizza, Sat right there. Here, Ray, you want some pizza? Let me get you the pizza. Let me sit the pizza on the nasty sheets and then give you a piece of pizza. Hold on a second. Let him start the camera. Hey, Ray, are you eating a cheeseburger? You like that cheeseburger, Ray? Let me get this camera in your face. If the teachers did that, arrest a teacher. What channel did they go live on? No, this was Truth. This was the one where he had the interview with them on the holiday weekend out on the porch. He's talking to Betty, and Betty said that she found out that the teachers used to put Timmy in a closet. And he was like, "How did you find that out?" She was like, "They told me." Yeah, I made that cheeseburger. I spent $300 on this barbecue so that they could eat $300. How many donations did you get that week, though? I mean, there's one. Hold on, let me find the message. There's one message text between Patrick and Eric, where Eric tells him that the YouTube account went up $2,000 in a day. Hold on, let me find it. Let me turn this down. That would have been in the 80s, though. They would have, the school have gotten away with that. Maybe kids did that to Timmy. Yeah, I don't know. It was Betty. So, I don't think she has. Let me see. Eric has control of 6 different pages and the money. Patrick only has his personal Facebook page. That's what he said, yeah. Let me, hold on. Right here. Hold on. This right here. Hold on. Isn't Ray 72? Ray is 72. He is 72. Okay, let me show you. Monetization went up $2,000 on YouTube today. That's up to 76,000 now. By the time I get out these other videos, I think it's going to pop. So there's $76,000 in his YouTube account, you guys. And he's going to get that check in a couple weeks. Or he got it last month. These are the texts between Patrick and Eric, and that's Eric. So the text above it say, that's cool. Me and Timmy and Kenny are out here at the Little General giving fruits and vegetables away. And if it bleeds over to your personal page, that's a good thing. We are in it to win it. Then Eric replies, it's not that, man. I just try to keep my personal life private, but it's too late now. They found it and they are hitting hard. Monetization went up $2 grand on YouTube today. It's up to 76,000 now. By the time I get out these other videos, I think it's going to pop. And then he answers, cool. That's nuts. Anthony Ray is the true definition of no F's given. I really liked watching him trying to tell someone something, being so excited at times. I'm telling you, he'd be, give me that. I agree. I think Mark will get them and watch the videos and make EEIC and then cough that money straight. Cough up the money to get them a house built, because Mark is very smart and has had money for a long time. He will make them. Man, I hope something happens. When you get to talking about 76,000, $2,000 in a day, and all they got is $5,000 to put into a trust, shut your mouth. What were they getting? Like 1.2 of the money? Like 1%? What? That's crazy. I'd rather the IRS get it. To let somebody get it. If it's not going to be the Whitakers, nobody needs it. They own 17 acres. The house was built on a separate piece of property owned by an LLC that did them a favor. Eric found a piece of property that's not on the floodplain that they could build on. Yeah. I think he could have pulled a double wide right up anywhere on that property and they would go live in it. To put what? Anthony pushing the AC right out the window? Poof. Carmack, I have no idea. And nobody does, because they, you know, last I seen, he said they made $3,000 last, which doesn't match the text they sent each other. He said it went up $2,000 in a day. So you're telling me all they made was $3,000? Come on, man. Y'all are going to take that money and run. And you use those people. And it's not even like, oh, you just used them. Like, you broke the whole family up and ran. Not cool, in my opinion. Yeah, Jerry, I agree. I don't think there's anything to do. The damage is done. Like, the damage is done. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter. So for all the people that say they love the damn Whitakers so much and want to see them do better, well, they broke all the way down. And guess what? Everybody rolled out on them. I mean, ripped the family apart. How much money are they sitting there with? How much money are they going to get next week? Huh? They don't even get to see each other. They ain't used to having money, so they wasn't going to miss no money. Debbie, I watched Joe Rogan and Mark together. I've seen that.
Giving them a house when they're unable to do basic things to maintain is a huge mistake and waste of resources. Man, listen, spend $50,000 on a used double wide, put it up there, spend another $50,000 getting them some help in there. Someone to come in there and teach them that they got to take baths every day. Someone that's going to stop by the next day and make sure they took a bath. You know, they have people that get paid to go help people that are disabled. I think the only thing they can do now is go get an attorney to try to get them all into the same place and get their part of the money that they're supposed to get. They need an attorney to dig in, see how much of the money there was made, and get their part of it to pay for wherever they're going to be staying at. Oh, I know they don't have the money. That's what I said. I wish a good attorney would just go down there and do it for them because it's the right thing to do, and they could use the money so maybe they could all get put into the same assisted living center or something like that. Eric said he had 8 hour a day care 24/7 lined up. He needs to provide proof of that. Exactly. Well, where were they? Why weren't they there? If he had 8 hours a day 24/7 lined up, where were they going? An 8 hour care can't be 24/7 at the same time. I'm not sure what that is. Oh my goodness. I know, Jerry. I didn't understand. I was like, it can't be both. But still, the state will help pay indigent care is available. Yeah, see, I don't know what all West Virginia has. I haven't been there. I don't too. I hope someone offers legal help. They did that family dirty, and I know. They really did. I mean, if an attorney could just get in there and go and file for, to see how much money was made, to get them a proper percentage of it, like to argue this all the way out and see what's really going on, because, everyone on here has a voice. You could call and ask questions and try to get the way to curse some help. That what I'm going to do, but it takes more than one person. Yeah, that's true. I did see somewhere that Adult Protective Services had 1,500 calls in a day. Hey, Bob Apples. Oh my gosh, I love the name, Bob Apples. Yes, set up a double wide on their land. When they get the donation money, at least then they will have proper heating, cooling. Exactly. And then if they could get someone in there, to make sure that they do the stuff. But that would take money. And where's the money? Well, the last deal they were in is this current one. So who has the money there? They need an attorney to see where the money's at to get them their share of the money. And then maybe they could do something like that. The bank owns the Whitaker property. I thought it was in a trust. Isn't it convenient that he was talking to the Amish to build a home? They don't believe in using social media, so it's not like that can be confirmed. True. They have denied state help multiple times. The state can't make people be taken care of. Now the APS is involved. Yeah. I mean, APS and DHS, I don't know. They have home health aides for people that don't even need help in West Virginia. State paid. There is no reason Timmy, Ray, Lorraine couldn't have a home health aide each. That aid would help them. Exactly. Darn, 7 police cars, 3 fire rescue, 1 fire truck came down the street. Looks like a health emergency. Oh no, you got some stuff going on. House was condemned, no septic pipe to the creek. And that's another thing. Could you, would $4,000 have dug a septic pipe or put a septic system in? That's what I was wondering. What's up with the trust? I don't know. The trust was never made, though. He said that was the next thing he was gonna do, but it never got done. Now he just says, I have the money, and the people know I have the money. The nursing home will own it. If they don't get it worked out, they will take that property for payment. That's what I was thinking, Carmack. I was thinking the same thing. Chicky Chick, thank you for gifting the memberships. Oh, wait, I got to check the other thing to see who's a member now. Let's see. I can't see them on here. There we go. Hey. All right, Moonlight, freaking fabulous, FBI, M-Wit, and Just Rabbit. Welcome, welcome. No, tragic. I don't think $4,000 would build or dig a septic. Okay. You can't tell me Eric thought calling APS. I know anything good was going to happen to him. That's what I'm saying. You can't call APS just for help if you know their house ain't right. Come on. I swear I think Patrick and Eric is fake beefing for content since the content was taken. Wow. That's horrible. Well, and he said he left too. Didn't Eric say he left? He left after he found BJ, and then all of a sudden he came back on, and they were like, he came back on and was like, yeah, I never left. I was just waiting to see what happened. So you knew it was going to happen. Eric said he paid a water bill for $662. That was a big fat lie. He didn't want a GoFundMe for them for a reason. Well, because then they would have to send their donations into him instead of the GoFundMe account. Not only that, GoFundMe accounts are held responsible by the police if it's not legit. I mean, you see people having GoFundMes all the time and then not using the money for what they said in the GoFundMe, and they get arrested. So I understand if someone isn't on the up and up or is out there trying to get money, why they wouldn't want to use that. I mean, I'm just saying. Because they are held to account for the money. Eric went back to Georgia yesterday. He hasn't shown a single receipt, just writing in a notebook and no Airbnb photos. That doesn't surprise me, but did he really go back? Because he said he went back one other time and then popped up and said he was still there. Any of you follow CMC? Her boyfriend's house is gross. That's how they live in that area. No, I don't know who that is. If Ray was in his own fluids, they sure let him ride around for content. Oh, and listen, during one of those lives he just did, he literally said that he took Timmy around with him because he was the easiest, because Ray used the bathroom on himself. Lorraine wasn't easy to take care of. And he said that when he had Timmy with him, if he needed to do something, he could give him a sandwich and tell him to go on somewhere while he got on and answered emails and donations. Like, you said that out your own mouth. Like, did you really say that? You said you take Timmy with you because he's easiest to take care of. And if you got to do something, you give him a sandwich and tell him to go on somewhere so that you can check emails and donations. What? What? Come on, stop it. There's a piece of video out there where he has some people show up, some guy and his son, and the son brought him one bag of of fishing stuff, and he says, "Timmy, come here." And then Timmy don't come, and he's like, "Timmy, come here." Just so he can like come out here so they can look at you. What the fuck? What if he don't feel like getting up and getting the fishing bait? You gonna make him come out there? Or when they got the girls, they told the story about the girls. Hey, do you know who he is? That's Timmy Whitaker. It's Timmy Whitaker. Come on over here. Like, what? I think that too. I think that too, Misty. I thought Patrick was kin too for a minute. I sure did. Let me see where I said at. Hold on a second.
Get that right.
Hey, too hot, you have to wait. Oh, it's too hot right now?
Hold on.
Can't get up, look. Timmy, get up. Look, he got you a surprise.
Did you hear how he said it? Timmy, get up. Timmy, get up. Just so he could go out there and get a bag of fishing lures from somebody who just is over there. Hey, Dorothy. Oh, yeah, the pillow fight was cringe, and the fact that they both did lives with Timmy in the bed with them, okay, is just weird to me. Not only that, you go over there to help them. Why are you taking Timmy to your house? That seems weird to me, too. Now, I don't care what anybody says. It seems weird to me that the boy's never slept away from his mom, and now you got him at your house for content. And the other one had him there to do Timmy Talks, a Timmy Talk show where apparently they were charging people to talk to Timmy. My question is this: where are births of their own children? I don't know. Where's their whole families? Who has time to just leave and go stay up by somebody else's house for 2 months and film them? Film them when they get up in the morning. Film them when they get a bag of chips. Film, like, what? And then if you can't make it up there to make sure that BJ's not there, you're flying drones around their house. That was so cringe. The drones that they were flying around the house. Yeah, Timmy, I guess Timmy's always slept with his mom. He's always slept with Lorraine. And that's why he was going home that night, because his mom missed him. Yeah, hopefully not, M. Cook. Hopefully not. I agree. I agree. Because, man, from those texts that say the YouTube just went up $2,000 yesterday, that makes it 76,000. What? So that's damn near six figures? No wonder you was flying drones around to see who was at their house and having each other watch them and you know, a security guard and keeping that money good, keeping them that your content, making a watch on them, which is crazy. Those are real people. That's a real family that aren't together anymore. I heard that Timmy had a bed at the foot of Lorraine's bed, but when Eric got pissed, he said Timmy slept in the same bed. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Again, watch Eric's August 27th video. Eric says too much. Okay. I don't think Eric would have told Pat if it was 76,000. I think he meant 76,000 subs. But the way it reads, he said $2,000. He said that the YouTube money went up by $2,000 yesterday. It literally said not 2,000 subs. He said it went up by $2,000. And then he said it makes a total of 76. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, Dorothy, we heard that they're sending them to 3 different states, but I don't know. You know how people just be saying anything, so I don't know. I wish there was too. So I don't know. I don't know. I really just hope at this point that somehow they're able to get an attorney, either by an attorney seeing their situation or by someone coming down and helping them get attorneys so that they can try to at least be together. I mean, fuck building a house, all that. Their house has been condemned. They're probably never going to use that property again because none of them can afford to build a house. And now most of them are in adult protective services. I think they're going to end up in institutions, each one of them, either, assisted living or some kind of hospital like setting. And I don't really see them being together ever again in the same house. And that to me is sad. Exactly. Betty needs a lawyer. That's what I believe. These men need boundaries with the family. Betty looked like she was on her deathbed. This family needs protection. I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just I don't understand. They can't send them out of state. I don't understand how APS was going to help the situation, period. So I just feel like, in my opinion, that he knew exactly what he was doing when he called APS. And he knew this was going to be the ending. He knew that they were going to get taken away. He knew that. Nope. In the end, nothing changed. They got a few Walmart clothes, a couple meals, their porch cleaned up, some dog food, and Lorraine got some potato chips. And that's all. And that's all. They got seven social media pages with 10 million views on just one of them. And they get a paycheck that's coming. So they get a bunch of money, and the Whitakers get split up. And a brand new AC. Oh, I forgot about the AC. The AC, it can't be used because the house is condemned now. Crazy. A lot of those meals were donated by the restaurants. I could see that. I mean, he had the dude upgrade his Wi-Fi so he could get his content out. You don't want to call APS or CPS in West Virginia unless you want someone in state custody. Exactly. They're not your friend in any state. In any state. Where I'm from, you call CPS and APS when you want someone taken out of the house. That's what they're for, where I'm from. Yeah, Timmy got a phone without minutes. Forgot about that. He got a phone without minutes that he probably doesn't have anymore, I bet you. Bet you he doesn't even have that anymore. There's no good outcomes with APS and CPS, man. Especially when you're calling them for something. Shit. Crazy. Timmy got a phone with no social media. Imagine that. No, you can't be on the internet, Timmy. Unless you're in my video. Then you can be all over the internet. Boy, oh boy. That's just wild. BJ probably would have stole it, Elena. She's an addict. Shit, they steal anything not nailed down, and sometimes they steal shit that is nailed down. If they got a way to get it up out of there, they're going to get it. They are going to get it. Crazy. Well, you guys, I've been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm never live this long. Never, ever. But I just wanted to talk about this because I feel really bad for them. I do. I wish they were still together and that no one had ever made a video out of them at this point, you know? Because it didn't do anything but tear their fucking family apart. And it's a family dynamic where she's not going to be able to get them back. It's not like they can, clean up their house and they're going to get them back. There's not a way. I think there's zero chance that they're ever going to give all 3 of them back to Betty. And that is sad to me because all they wanted to do was sit up on their porch on their little country road like they have for generations. And that's just sad to me. Anyway, I'm going to get up off of here. And I will talk to y'all later. It was nice meeting all of you guys. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Peace out. Have a good night. Be blessed. I'm gone.